that is Mraz boldly proclaiming that the Yankees were going to be in first place by the time that he hosts on WFAN. And this is the real issue with sports media these days. He can bang his chest, boldly shout, make the hottest take possible, and if he's wrong, there's no fallout. If he's right, he gets his victory lap tomorrow night. I told you, I was so confident. All you Yankee loser haters didn't believe. I believed he could take his victory lap for 4 hours tomorrow night. But by being wrong, he will hide, and there is no punishment, which is what I hate about the hot take, which is why I don't do it, which is why every time Mraz does it, I always roll my eyes. There's nothing on the line, which is why I demand that you put your money where your mouth is and put, silly bets like we throw batteries at you, or we eat hot salsa, or we have you wear a piggy nose, or we have you wear a colonial outfit, because you'll do this forever without any fear of punishment or retribution. I believe this. This is going to happen. You'll see. I'll be right. And then if it doesn't happen, you just slink into obscurity like everybody else that does this. It's the Skip Bayless thing. It's like you can say whatever you want whenever you want it. Bold, bold, bold. And if you're wrong, I'm just on to the next bold proclamation.
I think you guys are looking at this the wrong way. At the time I said that,
you were wrong.
Every Yankee fan, and if you were in New York listener, it was the sky is falling, this team stinks.
You're wrong. You were wrong on your declaration. You're wrong.
Well, number one, they could be tied with Boston tomorrow night in the loss column, so bogus is sort
of
Stop!
They're not going to be in first place
not when you
tomorrow.
Take the air.
You're not going to be in first place. You declared
so
it,
I was
you
wrong,
predicted it, and you were wrong. And see, you don't want the punishment that comes with it, which is being wrong. This is the problem with the hot take society.
But see, it's not a hot take. It was just trying to throw some positive vibes where everybody hot take. No.
So now
the
it's not a hot take.
The hot take was
now it's not a
the
hot
Yankees
take.
suck. David Sampson had the hot take. That was the hot take. When everybody knew the Yankees were going to be just fine and be good. That's the hot take. I had the opposite of the hot take, which was obvious the Yankees are going to be fine, and turns out I was right.
You should really just eat your hat right now and stop humiliating yourself. What you're doing here is you're trying to whip up some attention into your hosting gig, and I don't blame you for that. It's a great opportunity for you. You're a Yankee fan. It's New York. This is your first chance to solo host on The Fan. To try to whip people into some type of frenzy or to get some attention, you wanted to attach a bold proclamation, something that you could then stamp your fist on the table or stamp your foot about or plant a flag. Hey, look, and I did this, and I said this. But this is the problem. You can't admit you're wrong because in the hot take world, there is no currency in that, and nobody ever gets held their feet to the fire. So I understand why you did it, but it's pathetic because if you're wrong, you can't even admit that you're technically wrong. You can't be right on this, and you can't even admit that part.
I just admitted I was wrong. They didn't get to first place by game time. All I said was they could be basically with Boston. My point was not to drum up any kind of attention.
Yes,
as a matter of fact, only Bogus cared. Only Bogus cared. That was not the point. My point was everybody had hot takes with the Yankees sucking. And I had the opposite of the hot take, which was, guys, they're going to be fine, which was the point.
How about just saying that? How about just saying, I'm going to host on The Fan, and the Yankees are going to be fine? Why would you have to say, and they're going to be in first place by the time I'm on the air?
I guess that's fine. You're right, then. If you want to look at that angle, nobody cares if somebody says the Yankees are going to be fine. Nobody cares. So you have to, and unfortunately, you have to take it to the next level when somebody goes as hot take-ish as, this roster's terrible, they're going to, you know what I mean?
You don't have to take it to any level. You can just be a smart sports talk host. You can just be good at your job. You don't have to take it to the next level.
The other non-hot take part of this is I really believed they were going to be in first place.
Who cares? You're wrong. It doesn't matter what you believe.
But you're saying I said it just to say it. I said it because that's what I believed, and they're not.
Okay,
I did.
So I hope that tomorrow you start on the air by saying, guys, I believe the Yankees would be in first place, but I was wrong.
Okay, I will say it. We'll pull the tape, and I will be a man of my word to cleanse this. It's what I believed. They're not there. They're still now right.
But don't you see how hollow it is to just keep spouting what you believe if it's wrong? If you just keep saying stuff that's hot take-ish without ever walking it back to reality or rational thought, it just becomes hollow, bold predictions that are wrong.
I do see that. I don't think saying the Yankees would be in first place 3 weeks later was a hot take because they are the best team in the division. That's all. That's how I believe. I ended up being wrong. I think long-term they will be fine, but that was where I
didn't think it was a hot take, even though the Red Sox were playing great baseball and the Yankees were playing bad baseball when you said it. You didn't think it was a hot take to say everything's going to be different. The good team's going to be bad and the bad team's going to be good.
No, because I believe that talent in baseball will outweigh it, and the Yankees have more talent than the Red Sox, and I thought that would be enough of a stretch, and they were still there. Absolutely, I didn't think that was a hot take. A hot take is saying the Yankees suck, the season's over 2 weeks in April, which was everybody's take. That's a hot take.
You just said nobody cares if I would have said the Yankees are going to be fine. So you said something that you thought people would care about.
That I believed, because I will never not say something I don't believe. I believed they would have been in first place. I came close. I was wrong.
I mean, that's like when you're 16 years old being like, I'm going to marry Kathy Ireland. And then you end up, 30 years later, people are like, well, what happened to the Kathy Ireland proclamation? Hey, I was wrong. I believed it at the time, but I was wrong. You can't just keep saying wrong things and never actually cop to them and be like, hey, I believed it. What else do you want from me?
Well, I admit when I am wrong all the time on my
Do
sports
you?
takes.
Do
the
you?
time. Yes, I do.
If you weren't on this show, I think you would never admit it. I think, honestly, we are the only thing tethering you to reality.
We're all wrong on sports takes all the time, and we admit when we're wrong, and we have to eat it. That's all.
But you're the one that blazes crazy ones constantly. I don't even want to do this because we're already at 42 minutes past the hour, and I know that we should get to break. But once upon a time, you said the Giants were going to be fine for 10 to 12 years because they drafted Davis Webb. Davis Webb. So don't sit here and be like, well, I believed it. That crap is so ridiculous, and you always do it.
Did you not believe that Mike Glennon was going to be great? You were wrong, too. We were wrong.
But I didn't say Mike Glennon was going to win a Super Bowl or become Tom Brady, which was the equivalent of you saying Davis Webb, the Giants were fine for a decade. He didn't play in a game. He was out of the league in 6 months. They're going to be fine for 12 years. I say things that could be true. I think Mike Glennon will be good at quarterback. You say Davis Webb is a cornerstone quarterback. There's a big scale there.
Before the Giants drafted him, that weekend ahead of the draft, I said on this show to you, I think Davis Webb is the best quarterback, having no clue the Giants would take him. I was dead wrong on him. The guy sucked. But that wasn't a Giants take. It became a Giants take. I was thrilled they took him.
Should we perhaps bring up that you scouted the NFL quarterbacks that year and came up with Davis Webb as the best one?
Yeah, that was wrong. By the way, Phil Simms had the same take ahead of the draft.
Maybe we should preface all of your football takes then by the way, I looked at every quarterback of the 2017 NFL draft and believed that Davis Webb was the best prospect.
I also said Tom Brady was cooked and the Bucs were stupid for signing him. I was dead wrong, too. I'm wrong a lot. I have no problem admitting I'm wrong. I was wrong. The Yankees aren't in first place. What do you want from me? In shackles and handcuffs? Throw the key away? I'm wrong.
Maybe just every so often, back off the crazy bold takes and make it instead of a 10 flaming Cheetos, make it a 6 or a 7.
All right. Less flaming Cheetos. No problem. Happy Friday, everybody. Jeez.
What did you just daintily drink, by the way? What was that thing?
It's a milkshake before 9.
Oh, my God. Wow, so that
MBN? Is chocolate syrup dripping down the side of that cup or not mixed it all the way?
It's a Friday fiesta here. I'm having a milkshake here to start the day.
You should watch out for your MBNs, milkshakes before 9.
Before 9. I got plenty of time to burn it off all day, folks.
Yeah, exactly. This is fine. This is going to be a 0 by the end of the day because he has the whole rest of the day to burn calories.
Exactly.
Like he never had it.
Okay.